Hello, honorable viewers and listeners. This video is the head and tail of our previous part 2 video. In this video, all our viewers will find the hidden truth of Israel-Palestine conflict. We are not the peak of knowledge, so please correct us with your valuable comments if you feel we are wrong. Let us start and done with our truth findings on Israel-Palestine conflict with the wave of crime has no religion. Unveiling the truth, crime has no religion in the Israel-Palestine conflict. 1. Surprisingly, the Quran also declares this land is for Israelis. 2. Israel is the only country intentionally or unintentionally following their Old Testament, although the Quran approves. 3. This recent conflict started by Hamas, even though they modified a bit of their charter, but this is a shell of the cruel Muslim belief. The world should know the real Islam is followed by IS. Tailban Laden, the influencer of 9/11 terrorist attack in USA, was conducted by his Islamic terrorist group, Hezbollah, Hamas, etc. Their goal is to spread Islam all over the world, and Allah is the worshipper of the full planet and all non-Muslims and their religions are false. These are their core belief. If they can fulfill their dreams, the full land of the planet Earth is their land. But Israel is only in conflict with the only Jewish land that was prescribed by their God and Muslims Allah as well. We must consider the core intentions of Hamas. 4. When Hamas committed a crime on October 7, 2023, the world must notice no Muslim country was saying this is a crime. But when Israel retaliates, all the world forgets the root cause of this recent conflict. When Hamas killed innocent civilians, including babies and women, no problems. But when Israel started to give returns, we are saying war crimes. 5. Crime is crime, whether one person has been killed by someone, and 1,000 killed by another. Whom to make free? It is true that by the number, the impact looks higher. But both are crimes. So, was it good without retaliation, only killing a few people? Israel ceases fire to wait to die in the further future when Hamas and Muslims got the same power like Israel USA. Logically, Muslims can never reach that goal to make a massacre on this planet. But we should remember, if we are real parents, our children's lives are more prior from millions of others' lives. If our children are hungry, we have to feed them first. Condition is the food is even not minimum enough for our children, and next door to society, lots of people are also damn hungry. Then if I have the ability, I will think next door more after to contribute to society. Obviously, after giving first priority goes to my children's and family. 6. And 1,400 Israelis were killed by Hamas. If it were 1 million, would the world approve of the retaliation of Israel? 7. We are humans, whatever our belief in religion is, we must think as a believer or non-believer. God gave us sense, we should utilize this power to keep ourselves as human beings. So that none can say we are human animals. Even though it is very tough for Muslims, not all but the majority, to find out good or bad, as most of their DNA was made in terms of blind belief. 8. And the time of Hitler's Holocaust, when 6 million Jews had been killed, history got a pseudo-truth. There was a part of Muslims who was behind planners. Even the unveiled truth Muslims can deny, but did the world ever notice any Muslim country raise their voices on that issue, at least for condolences? 9. In reality, there is no simple solution for the Israel-Palestine conflict. The innocent Palestinians also elected Hamas based on their beliefs and choices. The wounds they have suffered now could lead to more individuals being radicalized and becoming the world's most significant terrorists under the true banner of Islamist terrorism. 10. Surprisingly, there's an opinion suggesting that Hamas was initially created by Israel for political purposes and is now returning. We must understand the harsh but true reality that survival of the fittest often dictates actions. Muslims openly slaughter innocent animals during their annual festivities for the sake of Allah, while non-Muslims attempt different approaches, such as developing artificial meats. However, when rodents destroy much, the response is the same, to kill and control the situation. Summary after conclusion. We are humans with a very powerful brain to judge things moral or immoral. If Israel or any other non-Muslims are exploiting a group of Muslims to turn them into terrorists, we must carefully consider who the real victims are. It appears evident that, aside from so-called moderate Muslims, all other Islamic terrorist ideologies are based on the Quran, not on their independently formed beliefs. This implies that they are compromising their morality, manipulated by powerful non-Muslims, or genuinely believe in the tenets of terrorism. In such a scenario, the world, especially the cultured and civilized nations, must introspect on whether they allow or disallow these occurrences, questioning their own humanity. If they fail to self-regulate, it falls upon the more civilized nations to counterbalance the situation, leading to greater bloodshed among moral individuals. Also, media is simply zeroing in on children, women's blameless people individuals are being targeted. However, Hamas began and announced war killing in excess of 1,400 regular citizens where greater part was guiltless lives, and that time the recordings were delivered by Hamas, it was not muddled, they additionally assaulted honest women's. World is neglecting, this contention began by Hamas not by Israelis on 7 October 2023. None of the Palestinians are attributing the conflict's inception to Hamas actions, despite the crimes committed, as they believe in a real Islam that supports these actions. Innocents are dying, so let us disown Hamas and their strategies. By allowing the world's civilized nations to implement a full-stop solution, we can cease all crimes in this region. Palestinians can issue a challenge to prove that while they've lost their lives, they truly value lives. So, what would be the finding of the hidden truth in this Jews-Muslims conflict? Is there any solution? Yes, there is an improbable but possible solution. Palestinians can be relocated to a Muslim country, and in return, the accepting country should provide an equivalent amount of land as was in Palestine. The country accepting them will also receive the land from Palestine, to be used collaboratively with Israelis for productive purposes, such as historical sites, industrial areas, or places focused on food cultivation and innovation. The income generated from this collaboration will be shared with Muslim countries. Israelis can choose to be partners in this significant investment project if Israel wishes. Alternatively, Palestinians must embrace a two-state solution, completely rejecting the Hamas ideology. It's a tough reality, but true, as solving this conflict is challenging due to its root cause, religion. Religion must be separated from the ongoing affairs in this region first. This could place religion on one side, potentially curbing major religious crimes. It would enable us to grasp the full depth of the statement. Crime has no religion. If we are truly civilized human beings, then we should accept that crime has no religion. However, if a Hamas-type terrorist ideology exists, it becomes challenging to acknowledge the truth that crime has no religion. Nevertheless, it is essential to recognize that religion can be exploited to propagate crimes. In our last two videos, we logically separated crime from religion. However, in our final conclusive video, we cannot deny the blind ideology and faith of Hamas-type believers. This can demonstrate that crime has no religion, but religion can be a platform for the implementation of crimes.